how did I get to where I am today? Well, I started in college at the University of Washington and studied biology, and a professor convinced me that I should come work in her lab and do research, and that for me was key in terms of starting the whole thing. I love doing research, and she then convinced me I should go to graduate school, and I went to graduate school and then did a postdoc, and then had my first faculty position at University of Stony Brook, and then moved here 12 years ago as a faculty member. I wanted to be everything, right? I went through stages where I wanted to be a doctor or a lawyer, or and I think, you know, traditional professions that we all know a lot about. Did I ever think I wanted to be a scientist? No, because I don't think I had that as a possibility in my mind, because I didn't know enough. So I tried, you know, I wanted to be a teacher, you know, kind of standard professions, and mainly because I didn't know. I didn't know what was available, and it wasn't only until I had mentors that said, oh, you can do this, that I realized that there were other possibilities. My worst habit was drinking Tab. So Tab is an old style diet Pepsi, Diet Coke-like drink. They don't sell it anymore. And I remember I drank a lot of those cans of Tab to keep myself awake, etc. Right? It has caffeine in it, and I probably drank too much. What I like best is getting undergraduate excited about research. And that could be in the context of a formal class, but more likely in the context of my lab. If I can get an undergraduate excited about research, then I think I've done my job. And so I think, right, part of the fun is having a group of students and other scientists who are interacting and advancing knowledge. I think maybe being more open to knowledge in general, right? I think as an undergraduate you become focused on the classes you have to take for your major and kind of your path. And I think some of us have a problem veering from our path, but probably that's beneficial to be open to learning new things and trying different things, even though it might not be on that path that you've set out. And so my regrets are, oh, why didn't I take an astronomy class? Or why didn't I, do you know what I'm saying? I think, and so now, you know, part of my fantasies are, well, maybe when I retire, I'll go take these classes that I haven't had, you know, time. I didn't have time as an undergraduate, or I perceived it as not having time. And now, you know, learn. We all like to learn. I think I'd have to say the Arboretum. I think because if I have a particular problem, and what I really mean here is a scientific problem, we have data that doesn't make sense, or at least I don't think it makes sense, I can go take a walk down by the Arboretum, and it kind of clears my mind, and sometimes I'll have inspiration when I've really kind of cleared my mind instead of getting bogged down in the details. So we study meiosis, and we study several aspects of meiosis. We use a little model organism, Caenorhabditis elegans, a little worm, and it's a great model for meiosis because about half of the cells in the adult worm are undergoing various stages of meiosis, so it's a really rich source. And we have projects looking at how DNA damage is repaired, how meiotic recombination happens, and then also how the meiotic divisions occur. So they're all primarily tools of genetics, but then also cell biology. So I work a lot. I get caught up on the weekends and it's quiet, so I enjoy actually working, and sometimes I can go in and do an experiment. So I do work a lot. That being said, I exercise a lot, and that's my real stress reliever. So that's a big thing. And then I have my family, and I enjoy time with my family and my animals. So I don't have a whole lot of hobbies because I'm pretty busy, but I love my work, and so it's all good. I don't know if I can call one up right this moment. I have a lot. It's hard to pick one, isn't it? Sometimes, and obviously this isn't everyone, so I want to be clear about that, is that I want people to learn. I'm passionate about what I do. I'm passionate about genetics. And I feel like I'll go out of my way if someone wants to learn. I'll help them. I'll do extra office hours. I think my pet peeve is when they won't take advantage of those opportunities, but yet if they don't do well, say, well, you're not a good teacher, you didn't provide me with what I need. And I feel like they didn't even try to meet me halfway. And I think that's frustrating because, like I said, I am passionate about it, and I'll help anyone. And they won't take advantage of that, but yet come back and say, well, what's wrong with you? I think that's a pet peeve. I think I'd like to be able to be transported anywhere at any time. And maybe even maybe like Back to the Future, right? Maybe being able to go to historical places. Maybe that's what I would like. I don't know if I have a specific quote, but certainly live life to the fullest, right? You never know when it's going to end, and you need to be doing what you enjoy, and I guess hopefully making a positive impact on people around you.